Gary, I'm sure you must be very pleased this evening.
Oh, I'm delighted with the players. You know, before the game we asked them to try and continue our recent performances, and hopefully if we could continue that we would get another good result. I thought we were every bit as good as we were last week. On another day, I think we could have won that maybe 3-0. I think Alan Martin's told me their only shot on target they've actually scored with. So that statistic in itself tells you how well we've played. Their goalie's made 2 or 3 really good saves. We've got into really good situations, especially wide left in the second half, where we've put a lot of good balls across the box. We need to watch that and see if we can get more people in there, and sometimes maybe a wee bit better quality on them. But overall, I thought we were the better team. I'm extremely proud of the players and how they played. But I'm also a little bit disappointed that we haven't got through in the 90 minutes. I feel that we've gave Dundee another bite at the cherry, if you want, because I think on our performance we should have got through.
You came out right from the start and took the game.
A lot of it's confidence, Sandra. Any league in Europe, any league in Scotland, First Division, Second Division, Championship, when you're enjoying going to your work and the results are coming, the players get that wee bit of confidence, and when it's going the other way, that's what it is. It's a confidence in the players. So we're enjoying it while it lasts. How long it'll last, I've no idea. It could last to the end of the season, and I hope it does. But if I say to you, and I'm repeating myself for the people that listen, if we ever come away for first and foremost their hard work in their organisation, we'll get beat. That was evident again today, that the fundamental basics allow us to go and play. And the lads were excellent, because it was a tough day for me yesterday, I can tell you that. I've called that on the staff group chat, I've called it Black Friday yesterday. First and foremost, I got a phone call at 7:45 for London. He's not feeling well, in quite a bad way, didn't think he was going to make the game. I still named the team before the training with a minute. During training, Dicey's in the starting team, goes over on his ankle. We know straight away he's got to be out the game. You know, we're probably looking at 3 or 4 weeks for Callum. So you're juggling things about. At the end of the game, and the end of the training, wee Nicky hits a shot and crumples to the floor with his knee. We're thinking, so I cuts the training. I says, right, we'll just go into a wee bit of shooting. First ball up to Stephen, he goes to hit it, he slips, flies through the air, lands on his back. He's done for treatment for 30 or 40 seconds. I called a halt to the training, because at this stage I'm now thinking, for the team that I've named, I'm maybe without Lyndon, Callum, Nicky, Dobes, and I'm starting to panic a wee bit. So I gets home, Lyndon gives me an update, he says he's feeling a wee bit better, he'll update me in the morning, but he's confident he can play, so I pick up a wee bit there. Dobes and Nicky tell me that they're feeling alright, so I felt a bit better about that. Obviously I'm disappointed for Callum, because he's been in a really good vein of form. It meant that we had to change Michael back there, who was excellent again. You know, I only phoned him last night to tell me he was going to go from midfield to centre half. Put in another really good performance, showed his versatility again. And then I get a phone call from an agent last night about a club inquiring about one of my players. So to say yesterday wasn't my best day as Queen of the South manager would be an understatement. But the lads didn't know about that. They just come out here, they play their stuff, and they put on a really, really good performance.
Can you elaborate on
No.
that?
No, I'm not elaborating, no. But needless to say, it wasn't my best. It wasn't the easiest day I did on a Friday for the Queen of the South manager.
You wanted to come here and test yourself to see just where you are and what that gap is. I think you've proved that there isn't any.
Yeah, I think today, but as I say, on next week example, where next game week when we play Dundee, you always feel that there'll be an improvement in their performances to the Premier League club, and that's where my wee bit disappointment is, because Dundee maybe play better and we've maybe let them off the hook a wee bit. Obviously, if we can put in the same sort of performance, we would be confident of going through into the next round. But it's very difficult to play like that on a regular basis against Premiership clubs. Obviously, we've got a lift today. We've came to a lovely grass pitch, decent size, suited us. We've got a great travelling support. I don't know, 400 or 500. I think the young lads up the back probably had a few beers in that on their way up, and they made a noise the whole game. There was a great atmosphere, and we've took all of that and we've put in a good performance. And hopefully the atmosphere will be the same under the lights at Palmerston when we get to it. However, now for me that game has to get parked, and I need to start looking at Partick Thistle and how we go to Partick Thistle next week and try and get a result to keep the good running form up that we're on.
I'm sure the way you played in the first half, you went in at half-time wondering how it was still level.
Yeah, the thing is, I think Dundee was more... I was disappointed, and Dundee was more disappointed, you know, because it was a bad goal. We took a quick free kick that we maybe didn't need to take, and a minute later the right back skips past a couple of half-hearted challenges and the ball's in the net, and you're thinking, wow, where's that came from? But the players will tell you, I honestly say to them, just forget about it. I says, for 44 minutes, I feel you've dominated the game. I says, it's a test of your character now. Are we going to let that affect us? Are we going to let Dundee come out and start the second half, getting a lift for that and take the game to us? Or are we going to dust ourselves down and try and put in the same performance in the second half as we did in the first half? And to be fair to the players, I thought we'd done that. I thought after the first 10 minutes of the second half, I thought we got back on top, started creating problems for them. But when the crosses go on and the shots for Stephen, the goalie saving them, and it gets to that 38, 39, 40, you start thinking to yourself, was this got to be one of the days where they hit us on the break again? London was out on his feet for the effort at the lad. And I don't like singling players out because they've all given us great effort today, but the effort that lad gave us for the state that he was in yesterday was incredible. And he was just out on his feet in the 90th minute, so we just brought Owen Bell on just to make sure that we at least got that replay and we never got hit with a sucker punch. You know, I've heard a lot of people, I was just before I came to the club saying that Albion Rovers hit them on a sucker punch when they were close to getting a replay with a chance to go through and play Celtic. So you've got these sort of things in the back of your mind, and at 42, 43 minutes, rather than pushing for the winner, I was happy to take the game back for a replay and get another sort of bite at the cherry for ourselves.
You are still in the hat.
And it's great because the players will get to see who they've got a chance of getting through. You know, I don't know. Somebody told me that Ross County's put out Motherwell. I've seen that Ayr United lost to Auchinleck. I've not seen any other results, so I'll find them out when I go in. But it's great watching that draw, thinking we've got a really tough game against Dundee, but if we can beat them, that's who we're going to get. And if that happens to be a big Rangers or a Celtic, all the more incentive for our players to try and get through.
And in today's performance, there's nothing...
Yeah, as I say, listen, let the fans enjoy it, let the players enjoy it. I've told them, you know, I've gave them Monday off because I'm I've got an extra day off because I'm wary that the squad's quite small. We've got 4 or 5 in there with ice on as I came out to speak to you. And I'm also conscious that we're going to have 3 games in a week the following week where, you know, we're trying desperately to get 1 or 2 players, and I don't know if I've said this, that we lost out on a couple of targets there. They went to other clubs. We thought we had a real chance of getting them. One's went to the Premier League in Scotland, one's went elsewhere. So that, we thought we had a more than a 50-50 chance of getting them. So obviously that's knocked us a wee bit. We have to go back to the drawing board and we need to just see what's available. But at this moment in time, it's still a case of we're waiting on other clubs making decisions. I won't bring players in just for the sake of it. I felt I'd done that last year trying to learn, and it just didn't really work. It boosted the squad, but it didn't really work in what I was trying to do for the team. So I'm going to be patient. It maybe get to the last minute, the last day of that. But I do know that we need a couple of bodies in, and we're all aware of that, and we're working hard to try and get a couple in.
At this moment in time, I'm pretty sure it'll be waiting to see who you've got available. But Partick Thistle next week, you'll go there knowing that a win, you can extend that gap. Yeah,
it's not, but I'll give them that much respect because I know things haven't just clicked for them this season so far. There's still a part of me expects them to go on a run, albeit I've said this before, that in the Championship, to go 3 or 4 games in a row winning now at this stage of the season is going to be extremely difficult. But I look at the quality in their squad, and they've got a lot of quality players. They really have. They've got, and that's not just me saying it to try and play it down in case we get beat next week and that. They have got a lot of quality in their team that are used to playing in the Premier League in Scotland. And for whatever reason, it hasn't yet clicked. And we need to make sure that it doesn't click against us. But as you say, and as what I've said to you, when you go into games confident like we are, that can help you. And we're confident just now, so we just need to look after the players. It's with me using my eye. You don't need the modern technology, the GPS vests and all that at this stage. I need to look at them and see, do they need to train hard, do they need to ease off a bit? And as I said to you, I've gave them Monday off because that was some effort today. We've got a friendly game on Tuesday down at Annan. Big Darren will get 45 minutes. I'm delighted he's making great progress. I want to get the big man back in. Connor, Owen, Bell, Jack, they'll all probably tick along in that game. I'll just need to make sure because I didn't want any of them picking up injuries. And then we'll get on to Partick Thistle. But I think the fans should just enjoy how the team played. I'm disappointed for the players and the fans that we never got through. But I think myself and the fans will be proud of what the players have gave us today.